All right, guys, I'm diving into the analysis of our algorithm for quarter one of 2025. Um, Here you're looking at the equity curve on a 20K investment into our fund. Um, the net cumulative net profit on that was 118,000 from 1/1/25 to 3/31/25. The underlying instrument is NASDAQ 100 futures. This runs a position size of one NASDAQ contract. As you can see, the growth is pretty steady on the equity curve. There are obviously a couple of red days, not too many, but they don't really influence the end result. They're kind of just like they happen periodically. They're nothing to worry about, especially if you're part of our fund. We pool together the capital from all of our investors, so you never have to worry about drawdown issues. Let me dive into the summary a little bit. The total net is obviously 118,990. Max drawdown is 12,975. Start date is 1/1/25, end date 3/31/2025, so it covers all of quarter one. 992 trades were taken. We had largest winning 8,000, largest losing 2.7 thousand. So let's look at the same thing on a 100K investment. Same equity curve. It's all the same settings, but scaled up to 4 contracts of the NASDAQ for each order size. Total net was around, let's see, you go to the summary, it was 498,500, max drawdown of 50K. Same kind of metrics on the trading. Largest winning trade 33,480, largest losing trade 10,940. Average time in market 42.82 minutes per trade. Average number of trades per day of 15.96. So if you guys aren't familiar with how algorithmic trading works, it goes in and out, long and short, during the day, intraday. So it's not buying and holding anything. We think that those types of traditional investments like buy and hold stocks or crypto or whatever are just relics of the past. People who really understand the way that algorithms are put together using technical indicators. We use Kaufman adaptive moving averages, so they prevent a lot of false entries, and they have an adaptive smoothing factor that pretty much ensures that it really tries to reduce noise in the market. And we do have some range bound filters that come into play as well. If you're just investing passively into our fund, you don't have to worry about any of that. We do offer, by the way, these are the metrics on $1 million investment. That's the maximum that we allow for our fund, so nothing more than $1 million invested. You can increase that over time, but for starters, the max is $1 million, the minimum is 4,000. Total net would be 2,492,500. Max drawdown 250K, and same metrics. Largest winning 167, largest losing 54,000. And then we do offer the ability for prop firm traders and personal fund traders to get a license and run our algorithm by themselves. We'll do a full remote setup for them, but we don't advise it in comparison to making an investment into our fund, because they will have to deal with the drawdown issues of their own capital or prop firm capital. I ran this analysis on a 2 micro contract investment, so that's 2/10 the size of 1 full contract. The total net on the quarter was 21K. Max drawdown was 1,903. So I mean, you could still fit that in if you're a prop firm trader, but I think that benefiting from the liquidity of our fund and the pool of capital that we've put together will make sure that you never get liquidated and you won't blow any accounts, and you'll make sure to see your money back. We do quarterly lockup periods, so quarterly distributions. So towards the end of the quarter, we'll tell you exactly. Well, we do a weekly update on the performance of the algorithm and how much your balance is at, and then at the end of the quarter you can choose to redeem a portion of it or all of it or invest more. So that's kind of how we do things. Let me dive back into the website so I can kind of show you guys how to work with that. Okay, so for starters, we have the make an investment page. This is where you'll go to choose directly how much you want to commit to our fund. The minimum, like I said, is 4K, max is $1 million. On 4K, you'll get a 10% match, which means that your starting balance will be 4,400. On a 10K investment, your starting balance will be 10,600. On a 100K investment, your starting balance will be 101,000. Okay, so this will give you a slight leg up. It's just something we like to offer because we are 100% certain in the quality and the results of our algorithm. And it's very steady. Nothing crazy can happen. Like I said, futures are governed by the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They've been, running the futures market for a solid number of years. Nothing crazy can happen like with crypto or where it goes to zero, or with more traditional investments like mutual funds or real estate where the thing barely moves. I mean, you barely make money. You're looking at like a 4 to 10 year lockup period on your investment. Those investments are more so relics of the past. I mean, the economy moves really fast right now, and prices have gone crazy for everyday items. So people just need somewhere where they can put their money and multiply their money effectively, rather than being pretty much stuck to investments that don't work whatsoever, especially for the new generations to come. This could be a full source of income. All you have to do is start pretty small, and it ramps up from there. So go ahead, come here, make your investment, or book a call if you want to get some more information from me or somebody from the team. If you want to get a license, though, and you're looking to run this on prop firms, I think you've got to be somewhat familiar on how prop firms or personal capital works. You will have drawdown limits that you have to worry about, but you can run this on any of the equity futures prop firms like Apex or Take Profit or any of those. Are a lifetime license, so you pay one time, you get access forever. Right now it's at $3,300. We plan on increasing this. You'll get full access to all features, priority support. You'll get a remote setup where we set things up for you. And just from this call alone, I will throw in a free VPS for you, so you can run it on an external server. And I'll give you 4 free prop firm accounts or evaluation accounts. So we'll cover that with the cost of the algorithm and set everything up for you on the call. So all you have to do is go to acquire access, and you'll be able to get access to get to that. And the account sizes will most likely be 100K accounts that will be gifted to you upon completion of the subscription to the license access. But we do recommend instead of making an investment into our fund, because then you're guaranteed to see at least 2x return on a quarter. So whether you go 4K investment or 3,300 for the license, I'm going to dive back into the strategy analysis and look at some of the P&L that was had day to day. As you can see, there's many days with a net profit of 40, like at least 3,000. So 40, 4,600, 3,000, 4,700, 4,600, 3,500, 6,000. Many days that will cover the cost of the algorithm in one day. But still, we do recommend investing into our fund, because then you'll get a guaranteed return and you don't have to worry about drawdowns or anything of that nature. So I do hope that helps. I can expand this a little bit. These have some proprietary settings that most of them are not really that hard to manage. And for those of you that worry about commissions, I mean, we're only taking about 20, like an average of 15 trades a day. So as you can see, the commission on 1,000 net profit was $39. Um, $85, max $100. So it's nothing really to worry about. I'm going to head back to the site just to reinforce this. If you want to get more information or talk to one of our reps and dive deeper into how the algorithm works, please go ahead and book a call. We're available at most hours. You just got to book 12 hours in advance, but we might decrease that window to like 6 hours. And you can get us on a Zoom or just on a phone call, and kind of get some more assurity of how things work. But I can promise you guys, for those of you that think this is too good to be true, I did just show you all of the results on our analysis. So you pretty much should be squared away on that opinion. A lot of people are stuck in the opinion that things are, there's no way that things can work properly. The reality is that thousands of hours of research went into the development of our algorithm, and it's not overly complex. But the fact is, we've ran it for a substantial period of time, and it simply just works. So that's all you guys really need to know, is that your money is in a vehicle that gains net profit relatively quickly, much quicker than traditional investments. And like I said, we do a performance update weekly on the status of your account and the overall fund. And then quarterly, we do distributions. We can do early redemptions, but those will come with substantial fees, so we don't recommend it. And also, a lot of people they want to, if they're in a risky investment, they just worry about how quickly can we pull out a profit. So that, I would call that more so gambling. But in this case, you're more so in a long-term profitable investment vehicle that you don't have to really fear over or worry about. It just simply gets the job done over time and continues to multiply capital quickly and efficiently. And honestly, I personally believe this is one of the best investments out there. It's liquid. Your money isn't trapped. I think it's pretty much perfect for anybody out there, whether you're a savvy investor or not. You can start small or you can go larger, and I think you'll be pretty happy with the results either way. And I'm happy to have you guys in here, and I look forward to working together. And I'll see you, whether you're a licensed subscriber or you make an investment. We can continue to discuss. And I'm just happy to bring this opportunity to you guys. I think we have something really strong here and really, substantial. We've already got a ton of capital commitments, and I'm, as you guys can see again, the thing just simply works, and that's really all you need to know. I'm leaving the back test. If you go to performance data, you can see all of the back test results on the back test data page, and you can kind of sort through them and download them for yourself to review further. But like I said, go ahead and make an investment, book a call, or get a license, and I'll see you in there. All right, have a good one.